Hello everybody, this is Keith AKA Uhfgood, and you should know by now I am, well, for those who just haven't watched a video yet, I am making a 2D point and click adventure game using Blender 3D and, Blender 3D, they call it that sometimes. I always get tripped up by saying Blender 3D. Blender at 2.8 and Armory 3D. I'm using grease pencil for the 2D animation, and yes, it is going to be 2D in 3D, which is kind of normal now. I mean, most of the major 3D engines now have 2D components, or they have a separate 2D engine. But, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I am going to go ahead and vlog all of my development. That's what I'm doing right now. Sometimes it's a little boring. Sometimes uh, I don't make that much progress. Sometimes I'm just talking too much, just like I am right now. And that's kind of the way it goes. I'm even going to do tutorials on video, partly just to document the process. But when I do that, more than likely I'll have the video or the tutorial off on my second monitor so that I don't run into any kind of copyright problems or whatever, and just show my own work. Okay, so I brought up the to-do list instead of something else. In fact, you're not going to see a background of me like drawing or whatever at this moment because of what we're going to do today. So, what am I going to do today? So, for number 2 here on the to-do list, take each part of the game, divide it up into plot points. I will do that sometime. Okay, create characters, come up with character concept sketches, create digital maquette, 3D model and blender of a character, rig the character move so I can pose it for drawing purposes, create a 2D model sheet and grease pencil based on rigged poses. Okay, that's going to take a lot of work, and I don't know how to do any of that stuff yet. But let's go ahead and add, since I'm kind of been doing this kind of like in an order, why don't I go ahead and add another A here, and we'll say gather reference images for character types. And the reason I'm saying character types is because obviously I'm not getting a I'm not getting a reference for a specific character. I am, but I'm not, I guess. In other words, I'm going to be looking up like wizards, and I'm going to be looking up princesses and knights and dragons and even stuff like dwarves. Even even though a lot of these characters are fictional types, like dwarves, gnomes, and all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to gather a collection of reference images for each of those types, even just regular people, because I would say our main character, but that's only because he's the first character that you encounter. And originally, if I was going to make a game where it was one chief protagonist, it would have been the guy from our world character. And yes, he's a guy because I'm a guy, and I'm making this game, so your initial character is him. Anyways, so that's probably what we're going to do today. Let's see what else I have in here. Create a demo for character movement, decide how to do backgrounds, test demo in Unreal, and I have to get to know that a little bit. I still haven't fully committed to that yet. So basically, what we're going to do here is I'm going to start looking up reference images. Now, I watched a video once about using. I watched a video about using Pinterest for a thing of reference images, which is good. And so I'm kind of on the video the guy suggested for drawing stuff purposes that you have like folders with reference images in it, and then also using Pinterest when you need to. So I'm not sure if I should do that or if I should just, you know, should I do both? Whatever. I don't know what to do exactly. So I'm just going to do like a standard image search. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe I could use if I could find a way of saving the images in Pinterest in the pins. Maybe I should could just use that completely. But in any case, right now, I'm just going to do a standard internet search with DuckDuckGo, which is what I use. So let's say wizard or wizards, wizard. I'll say wizard, and I'll do images. And actually, I don't know if I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to make sure the safe search is strict, because I don't want anything bad popping up in here. And hopefully that won't reduce the amount of results as much. But see all these different images. Let's see here. I'll just briefly yeah, you know, I don't know if you can't get the like occasional bad picture or something, naughty picture, whatever you want to call it, not safe for work. And why is half of the pictures not loading? That's kind of interesting. Yeah, maybe I should do this offline. You know, as going to be part of the process, right? I mean, there's nothing bad in here, so maybe next time I should be smart enough to look up the page already, and then maybe decide what to pick. But basically, you know, wizards don't really have a specific. They don't really have a general form that they take. I'm not sure what word I'm looking for, but basically, wizards are generally humanoid, and then everything that we view them as usually comes from like Lord of the Rings or some such thing like that. You know, it's a pointy hat and you know, guy with a beard and all that stuff. But a wizard can be anything. I think there was what was it? Was it River World? I forget exactly what it was called. It was on the Sci-Fi Channel. It was a miniseries, and Danny Glover played a wizard, but of course, he looked like, I don't know, like not any traditional wizard. He looked like his own self, wearing this short cap, and I don't know. Danny Glover just didn't look like the traditional wizard, I guess, and so they don't really have a definite thing, so you can actually go a lot of different ways with it. In any case, see what the deal about Pinterest? I mean, I do have an account, but I haven't really used it. Let me do something here. Where is? Let's see. Where is the drawing exercises? And let's go to the last I don't know, 3 minutes here. While I do a little check here.
over and over again, so that all they could get out of him was that for a long time. They took him, laid him out of the way on the drawing room sofa with a drink at his elbow, and went back to their dark business. "He's an excitable little fellow," said Gandalf. "He gets
if you want to know what I'm doing, I'm trying to log into Pinterest. However,
as fierce as a dragon in a pinch.
Not do anything.
If you've ever seen a dragon in a pinch, you'll realise that this was only poetical exaggeration applied to any hobbit, even to the old Took. In the meanwhile, Gandalf...
Oh, that's right, because everything... I don't know, when I have OBS open and I have, like... I have Discord and I got IRC open, and I'm playing back something here on the video. The video seems to play fine, but the desktop is like really slow.
In fact, if it had not been for the sign on the door, I should have been sure we'd come
and
to our house.
you know, you'd say partly that
more of a grocer than a burglar.
You know, it's slow because it's doing so many different things. Well, yes and no. I mean, I got a pretty decent computer. I got AMD Ryzen 2700. Even though it's not Threadripper, it's still pretty hot. And I got 16 gigs of RAM, and I got you know, 2 NVIDIA GTX 1070s. So I don't know why that would be so slow.
I don't pretend to understand what you're talking about, or the reference to burglars, but I think I'm right in believing this is what he called being on his dignity. That you think I'm no good. I'll show you. I have no signs on my door. It was painted a week ago, and I'm quite sure that you have come to the wrong house. As soon as I saw your funny face on the doorstep, I had my doubts too, but treat it as the right one. Tell me what you want done, I'll try it. If you want me to walk from here to east of east and fight the wild wereworms in the last desert, I had a great-granduncle once. His name was the Bulwer Took, and yes, and that was a long time ago.
I guess you won't be seeing much in progress in this video.
There is a mark on the door, the usual one in the trade, or used
the
to be.
You entered doesn't
burglar wants a good job, plenty of excitement, reasonable reward. That's how it usually reads. You could say expert treasure hunter instead of burglar if you like. Some of them do, but it's all the same to us. Gandalf told us there was a man in these parts.
I did have a Pinterest account, but I'm not sure what I logged in with.
Tea time. Of course.
Maybe I should continue. I don't know.
So to Mark.
Let's see. Let's pretend I haven't signed up yet. I guess I'm just going to go ahead and stop this video right now, and I'll get back to you in the next video. And if you're wondering, I'm trying to look at my screen, and I'm trying to, let's see, end screen. Thanks for watching, and